Hey guys, it's Scott here from Anime Blu-ray UK, and today I'll be unboxing the UK limited edition Blu-ray and DVD combo pack release of My Hero Academia Season 5 Part 2, which, as you can see, comes in a rigid art box that will hold both Season 5 Part 1 and Season 5 Part 2 to give you the impression that it's a complete series box set. So first up, you have the front cover with the 5 main villains from the League of Villains, as well as the logo My Villain Academia, due to the sort of episode contents that are within this half of the series, as a few of the episodes focus more on the League of Villains and what they're doing while the heroes are off doing their own thing, and so the title changes a little bit to accommodate that. So there's not really much to see there on the front, and at the bottom, not a lot there. It's just a piece of paper that folds around to the actual back of the box. The top, we have the logo that says Season 5, which is exactly the same on the spine, My Hero Academia Season 5. And then on the back of the box, we have an information sheet that's stuck to the back that has a breakdown of what's included inside this limited edition set, which is a 64-page art book with cast interviews and drawings, etc., an embroidered patch of the logo, and a Okuchao acrylic keyring, and obviously both Blu-ray and DVD versions of this half of the set, which is 12 episodes across 2 Blu-ray discs and 2 DVD discs. So there's not really much in this compared to the previous limited edition releases, but it follows the trend of having an art box with half the series, an art book, and obviously space to put the first half or the second half, depending on how they're doing it, inside. So yeah, not really much to see, but at least it follows that same trend. Now, if I can get this unwrapped without actually damaging any of the box, then we'll take a close look inside. So with the wrapping off, let's take a closer look. So again, we have the front cover, which as you can see says My Villain Academia Season 5. The top, which says My Hero Academia Season 5. The spine, which says the same again. And then the back of the box, which as I mentioned earlier, is just an info sheet that's stuck to the back with glue. I'm not going to try and peel it off, as knowing my luck, I'll end up tearing the actual rigid art box itself. So I'm just going to leave it on as it is there. But if you were to remove it, be careful, as the glue can sometimes peel off the actual artwork, but underneath the information sheet would be some more artwork that you should be able to see in some of the beauty shots that's available in there. And as you can see, it's just a rigid art box that would hold both parts in the art book. Not particularly super strong, a little bit flimsy, but it's this standard material we've come to expect from limited edition releases nowadays. So just a moment ago, you saw the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack set, and then up here we have the box that holds the actual acrylic keychain and the patch, and then obviously a moment ago we saw the hardback art book, which looked pretty cool as well. So inside here we have 2 items. One is the My Villain Academia embroidered patch, and then we have the Okuchao or Raka Okuchao or Gravity acrylic keychain, which you can use how you sort of see fit. They're not particularly great items, but the keychain is kind of reminiscent of previous releases. Season 1 came with a keyring. Season 3 came with some form of keyring, as well as acrylic standees. So it's a bit lacking in content compared to the previous sets, but they're still quite nice to have. Next up, we have the My Hero Academia Season 5 art book, which again is presented in a hardback fashion. That actually feels quite nice, and all the information and artwork that's featured within inside this is taken from the 5th season. So if you've not yet seen the 5th season of My Hero Academia, then there will be spoilers inside here. But to start off with, it's a rundown of all the different characters featured within the actual series, mainly Class B, I believe, 1B. Who are like sort of the lower tier class compared to 1A, and you get sort of an actual anime shot of that character, a bit about them, and then sort of some concept artwork or design artwork for that particular character, which is really quite nice. And then as you go on, there's more characters that you see relating to the actual arc within the series that you featured within, such as additional characters, villains, and all sorts of other information. But it's actually quite a detailed book, a bit more than what I was expecting. And then once you get past all that, there's actually sort of cast interviews and discussions about what it was like working on the show and voicing the characters and things like that, all of which with the original Japanese voice actors rather than the English dub cast. And then towards the end of the book, you'll see that there's lots of more artwork, sort of concept, maybe not concept, but in between animation check visuals, that kind of thing that you wouldn't really see unless you are working inside the studio. So it's quite a nice little book. It's small, quite handy, but again, it's quite a lot of content in there that you wouldn't usually expect to see from an art book. Most art books just tend to be visuals and screenshots from elements of the series, but for this one, they've actually gone quite a way out. Finally, we have the actual Blu-ray and DVD combo pack release of My Hero Academia Season 5 Part 2. Now, the only way to get the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack release of Season 5 Part 2 is inside this limited edition set. And bizarrely, they've not done a Season 5 Part 1 Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. So you're going to have 2 discs more than what's really needed. Why they're doing it that way, I don't know. But I guess if you were buying the DVDs and you wanted the art box and the contents, you could buy this. But then you'd have a DVD set that wouldn't fit into the actual art box. It's a bit of a weird design choice, but anyway, let's move on. So the front cover is exactly the same as the actual art box. The spine is pretty much the same, but has some artwork of Shigaraki. The back, however, is completely different. So it has some really cool key visual on the left-hand side with the main heroes and the series protagonists. A bit of a synopsis about what you can expect from this half of the series. A couple of screenshots, and then information about the discs. On the inside, we've got 4 discs, 2 of which are DVD, 2 of which are Blu-ray, and surprisingly, each of the discs have a different character artwork. So when you do get this set, you're getting more character artwork to look at on discs. And behind the actual discs is sort of a brief snapshot rundown of the different episodes in sort of a comic book fashion. It's something they've been doing for quite a while with the My Hero Academia sets, and it's nice to see it continued here in this 5th season, and hopefully when the 6th and then eventually 7th season comes out, they will do the same thing. Now, due to Funimation becoming Crunchyroll, there is some minor differences on the actual box itself. So, for instance, we no longer get the Funimation digital copy with Season 5 Part 2 of My Hero Academia, as they no longer offer digital codes with Crunchyroll releases. And obviously, the Funimation logo has changed to Crunchyroll on the spine and the back of the box. It's not too much of an issue, but if you're wanting that sort of continuity on the spines, as you can see there, it's a little bit different. So that's pretty much what you can expect from the UK limited edition Blu-ray and DVD combo pack release of My Hero Academia Season 5 Part 2, which is available in the UK.